Hello and welcome back to my series where I go through all of my different zombicide character. Today we are going to talk about Seli, who is actually one of my favorite types of character because it's one where you really have to be aware of how much you can get around the map and have a lot of safety measures built into her kit to avoid her being stuck in combat. Now, as always, I'm going to try to start with the normal skill, the blue skill first, and try to explain them each one. So let's begin. So her model is basically her as seen on the picture. So it's very easy to differentiate from many others because there's not many who has literally a weapon sticking up like this is her body slot weapon. So it's easy to find her when she's standing among all the other characters. Now, her first skill is jump, and it's basically a skill that makes you able to move 2 spaces uninterrupted. So, for example, if there is a zombie in front of her, you can just do this. Of course, you cannot jump around a corner, as far as I understand, but you can jump over zombies to get to a better position, maybe regroup with the party or use to get away. And a jump is actually one of the skills I really enjoy a lot because it helps you, as I said, to get in the position you really need to, even if there are these smaller groups of zombies all around. So it's a really good level 1 skill. Of course, the more zombies there is on the field, the harder it gets to use, but I really enjoy it. Her orange skills is you can choose between 2. There's one free melee attack, which is basically one of giving her an extra attack each turn, which is one of the best all-around skills in my opinion to place in orange slots because you want to be able to have this safety net of always using your actions to move around the map and using the free melee actions to deal with smaller groups of zombies is actually really good. But I actually think hit and run might be a contender to be even better. Basically what it does is, if she's in, let's say there's like more zombies now, I just have my A-bomb here, and she's able to defeat one. Instead of having to use an extra action to move out, she can just move out for free thanks to the ability Slippery, making it able to get away and be aggressive at the same time. And that even if there's like 5 or 10 zombies on the field, you're able to do that. It's just normally when you need to get away from a zombie zone, it's just take a little extra zombies. You need to count how many zombies and use that many actions plus your move action to get away. So here it will cost me 4 actions just to move 1. But thanks to that skill, if you just defeat 1, you can move out at the same time. So for 1 action you can actually get away and kill one zombie, maybe more if you going for a dice build, which we'll get to later. Now in her red skill, she gets 3 skills. That is, I think it's cementing her as this character that just like to move around the map with 1 free move action, which again, it's just an action to have an extra move each turn. Roll 6 plus 1 die combat. It's explained that if you roll a 6, you take another die and roll and see what that rolls, which can really get out of hand in the later state of the game if you keep rolling 6s. Now this is of course a little gambling skill that can pay off, and even some weapons have also abilities that scales off rolling 6, so combining her with that can work really well. But the real star of the show is actually Zombie Link. Now in the zombie deck there are these extra activation cards, and even if you run out of miniatures, all of the miniatures spawn will become an extra activation instead. So like say you run out of walkers and you draw a walker card, it will become an extra activation. Now this is where Zombie Link comes in. Zombie Link basically makes it so that when zombies get an extra activation, she gets an extra turn, meaning you in that situation you will actually have at least 4 actions to do. Now I personally think this is one of the stronger skills, and if you build her really well, you can actually basically deal with any surprises that comes your way. So I often have a tendency to focus to get her to level red as fast as possible because of that skill. Now I know there's a character who has it level 1, and I think this skill is should be only red or at most orange, never blue. It's just too strong. Now her body slot is a curved dagger, and it built on the fact that she really likes to have a lot of weapons, have a lot of dice on her. So curved daggers is basically, let's see if I can find it. It's basically Green Horde's version of the dagger from Black Plague, giving you 1 extra die to each to equip melee weapon. So like here, if you have that, you will have 3 dice instead of 2. And it works really well if you're starting to dual wield and just having it lying up here. Like normally a dagger is really good with one-handed weapons like a great sword or a great axe, but dual wielding weapons like scimitar that you need to have in both hands. But oh my bad, you cannot use scimitar. Sorry. 2 seconds. This is really unprofessional. Yeah, like the mace example. Actually allows you to wield 2 maces in each hand, and it's getting the 2 dice plus the extra from the curved dagger. Now I personally feel that dagger is a really interesting mechanic to have lying in the body slot, because it's just lying there to an extra bonus. And that's how I often use these body slots, so I think that's why Seli here is such a good character for someone like me. Now I will admit that I'm not the one who figured out how to use the best. I had a friend who literally went throughout the entire map and defeating, I think, 2 packs of zombies at the same time in 1 turn with her. And to this day, I'm still surprised that he actually made it happen. So yeah, Seli, I personally think she's probably one of my favorite ones coming out of Green Horde, simply because she fills the move around slot a lot more than the rest of them does in Green Horde specifically. And yeah, so this was my explanation of what Seli does and what she is and what she looks like and everything that I could find out about her. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have a nice day.